you have thousands of people that are on the ground that are, again, trying to figure out, how do I make this work day in and day out? And what does it mean for those who I'm traveling with within a congregation or within a local community of faith, that's, whether it's small or whether it's large? And so that's our heart, is how do we train leaders to engage in the massive cultural changes that are going on right now?
The Summer Institute presents us with time to collaborate and to bring together a group of leaders who are interested in not just their personal development, but training and a greater sophistication in theology, learning about how to engage their social context, whether it's the cultural context or the theological context they're engaging ministry in.
Each person who comes is going to come with some kind of a commitment, some kind of a goal, some kind of a thing that's kind of gnawing at them. And we're going to start out by listening. We're going to ask students to write case studies. We're going to ask them to write something that allows them to tell us what it is that they're working on. And once we've listened to that, that will allow us to design a program that focuses on the things that matter most to them, and that will get them to be able to take whatever step they need to take in their own ministry.
We're not coming with the posture that we've got the answers. What we want to do is collaborate with everyone and provide a learning environment so that we can all work together to find suitable solutions for each one's situation.
And that should be a real time of relationship building and just a sense of developing allies on the journey.
We've got a great group of people. The person heading it up, Al Roxburgh, has a very long history. He's very knowledgeable, both on a theoretical basis and, more importantly, probably on a practical level in his own personal ministry.
Mark Branson's a professor here, Mark Lau Branson. He is one of those folks that comes with years and years of pastoral experience in some of the most interesting contexts in America. And it allows him to bring his academic interests and his bottom-up, on-the-ground ministry experience and bring them to the same place.
Eddie Gibbs, who's written Church Next, is a well-known author. Eddie brings a wealth of experience.
Eddie Gibbs is kind of the one that has been working on some of these problems longer than any of us. He spends so much time in churches, listening to folks, and then he comes back and he's able to discern from this wealth of knowledge insights that as soon as he says them, we all think, well, we all should have known that. We didn't. But as soon as he says them, we all take them to say, that's exactly how we're going to see the world from now on.
Scott Cormode is a new professor of leadership here at Fuller and has 10 years of background, both theoretical and practical, in leadership issues, both within nonprofits and church-related contexts.
My goal, my interest is in helping Christian leaders be able to help their communities take whatever their next faithful step is. For me, it's much more about listening and then finding the thing that folks are needing than it is coming with some kind of a bag of wares. I'm not going to try to say that I've got some kind of a message that I'm going to then foist upon people. I'm much more interested in saying that I need to listen to the folks that are there and figure out what of the many lessons that are out there they particularly need in order to be able to take their community to the next place it needs to go.
And I bring to it, I'm a New Testament scholar, deeply engaged with issues relating to how to create a theological imagination that undergirds what we're doing in the contextual analysis, and I have a deep interest as well in organizations and how we develop healthy churches.
He's somebody who has a tremendous amount of experience working within leadership contexts, and so he's able to bring the scripture to bear on the key cultural questions that matter to pastors in our world.
And the Summer Institutes, in some ways, I like the vision of that, in the sense of bringing people that are already sort of in ministry, and so they have the practice. Then they come and we sort of say, well, what are the problems? And we'll give you some of the theoretical basis for that and talk through the issues and engage. And then they can go and re-engage with their praxis and back home with hopefully new ideas and a new way of thinking about the world and life and ministry.